4, 3, 2, 1. This is it before the fire. Now that I think of things, how to do everything backwards. The 4th day of the 3rd month with the long hand being up and the short hand being up. When it's 12 noon, 2-1. When it's March 4th at 12 noon, it's 4, 3, 2, 1, going backwards. 2nd 9/11 in Philadelphia. It's getting very close to the actual event taking place. It's like that game, warm, hot, cold, because you have a situation where there's a scare. There's a strong gas odor in Philadelphia. All of the buildings, there wasn't one in particular, but they got everybody to get out of the buildings. The gas scare is going to be another reason that they tell you, everybody else that doesn't live here in Philadelphia, they're going to tell you that, well, oh wow, I mean, we don't know what happened. Some people said they thought they heard airplanes or missiles, but remember that, see, they just had a gas odor smell a few days ago, and it wasn't detected with anything, and that must have been the reason why the William Penn Building blew up. I don't know. Because when something blows up with bombs or a gas explosion, because I was involved with one on my block, I was in the middle of the block, and the end of the block blew up with a gas explosion because of the line that was underneath of the ground of the tree. The roots ripped up the line and just boom. They know that. Yeah, I know. I picked 3-6 for 3 6s in 2020. But I got to pick every date possible from here on out, because eventually I'll get one right. And then remember, they're gonna tell you that there was 2 of me. In the future, they're going to tell your kids that there was 2 of me, that I wrote this afterwards. But then again, you can't really, because there is proof. There's going to be a record of video evidence of timestamps and everything. Where, like today, for instance, it's March 3rd. 7/24, March 3rd. Today's 3/3. My channel's still up. Whatever. Robin Hood went down yesterday. They're not talking about me. Nobody even knows who I am on YouTube. It's not like these channels that have 600,000 subscribers pay attention to what little old Robin Hood over here is saying. And it ain't even like Jonathan Clegg knows who I am. He was talking about some other Robin. And he was talking about some other Robin Hood channel that happens to be a shill or something, with all the other shills. So he ain't talking about me. He doesn't even know me. I mean, he was mocking my About Me channel part where it said 7 years of tribulation began May 21st, 2011. And then watch, he'll change it. Nah, I didn't change it. Because that's exactly what it is. Why would I change the truth? I don't alter the truth. The tribulation started back then. Harold Camping warning us about judgment. You'll see. Everybody will find out in the end. That's why when you hop on board now, it's less shameful. That's the only thing I can provide, is less shame. You either have more shame of disbelief, or you have less shame, or you have no shame at all. But in order to have no shame now, you have to hop on board on someone's boat that, you know, a lot of people think I'm just riding waves uncontrollably. Nope, every wave is strategically planned to hop on and ride it. And on top of that, when you do believe, because it's all about faith. Let's see if this guy yells to other people. He usually does. Well, when you believe and have faith now, you get to ride the wave as it's happening right now. As it's happening, as the world doesn't turn, as the world stands still, and we're told every other lie. Just think about what you were told, and just think of the exact opposite of what it really is. Everything that was up is really down. If it was south, it's really north. If it's coming from the east, it's really coming from the west. They talk backwards. 4321 is March 4th at 12 p.m. And when March 4th comes by after 12 p.m., nothing happens. Well, then it's not 4321 now, is it? But in the meantime, my interpretation of what I feel is 4321 is 12 p.m. on the 4th day of the 3rd month in 2020, when the William Penn Building gets blasted. And they blame it on the gas leak. Look, I was expecting something yesterday. I was sniffing it out. I smelled it. I can tell when you guys are around. I mean, I can just tell when you guys are around. And how can I tell? Well, because God gives me that information. The ones that surveil me, you know that that's true too. The ones that surveil and know where I'm from, the outside, by myself. Just searching information. I have the same thing that you guys have. A cell phone that has a camera hole in it, which is AI. I upload my brain to this AI device and I push send. Once I send it, my information goes to AI, an algorithm, and what it does is there's people that try to suppress where my views get seen at. No matter what kind of video I make, it doesn't matter. The view count will never get to a point of where it's seen by many. At least there's two options, and either one is whatever. I'm just telling you that I know what the options are. Two options. The first option is just like the Walmart video and the sky open and closing video. My videos gets that attention. You can't stop it. The only thing you can do is suppress the view count and try to discourage me into saying, I'm not getting many views. What's the point? Nah, well, see, I'm smart enough to know that doesn't matter what that view count says. Doesn't matter what my subscriber list says, because it's been stuck at 23 for a long time, like a 2-3 bypass. Even though the Walmart video continually gets thousands of views a day, even though it's just constantly getting views and views and views and views and views and views for a couple years now, non-stop. That's why I monetized it, to get some chump change in my pocket. I think the most I ever got was like 275 hours a month. And then the least is like $70 or something. Look, it's gas money for the week, whatever. I don't make too much money, but I damn sure don't rely on that money either. I make just enough to get by. I swear to you, it's just the way it is. God provides just enough. I'm never fully comfortable. Like, I don't ever even have next month's rent in my hand the month before. I just don't. Like 30 days beforehand. I wish I did. It would make me feel a little more comfortable. So what? Whatever. At least I have a job. and I'm able to pay the bills that I got sucked into, and I'm working my way out of that. Me and my wife, we made mistakes. She leased a car that cost too damn much at the time because it was on the showroom floor, and it got us. That credit thing got us. Then we just let it all go. Like, the hell with this freaking crap, man. Screw it. You guys lured us in. Screw you. Keep your damn credit history. And anyway, the goal is to eliminate and downgrade. We don't need to live in the house we're at now because my stepson already moved out. It is rated top 3rd in Pennsylvania, the school district, because there's 2 Philly schools that are private schools that come in 1st and 2nd, and then there's CB South, CB East, CB West. We're at CB South. Between those 3 schools in that district, they're rated 3 to about 15. One of them's like 3, one of them's 10, one of them's 15. So my stepson already graduated. He's going to Temple, and next year's his last year. Well, this is everybody's last year. But if it continued on normally, he would graduate next year from Temple, going into business. And then my son's done this year as well from high school. And the house is a 4-bedroom, and we don't need 4 bedrooms. We only need 2. So I'm downgrading from the mistakes that I made. I made a lot of dumbass decisions, impulsive actions from being on Xanax day in and day out. When you're hooked on Xanax, you act on impulse. Isn't, for those that have taken Xanax, it's almost like, what's the point? Especially when you know you're going to get hooked on it. I couldn't stand that fact of being hooked. It's like food. It's no different, really. Because when you pop Xanax, the only damn thing you want to do is eat food. Food is delicious. Drink is delicious. Everything's delicious. And you act on impulse. So you go and you eat that, and it's just nonstop. You really can't control your emotions either. And you get irritated because I mean, you are kind of tired, but at the same time you're relaxed. And you really should be sleeping, but you're awake. If anybody's hooked on Xanax, Percocets, it would be a really good idea to wean off. I can tell you exactly how to wean off. On Xanax, if you take 2 a day, 1 during the morning, 1 at night, if you're a 2-timer, because that's what I used to do, just spread it apart. Instead of taking 2, 1 full in the morning, 1 full later on, start off with the morning, chop it in half, take a half in the morning. And then around lunchtime, take another half. And then around 4, take another half. And then around 7, take another half. Spread it, spread it, spread it, spread it. You can keep spreading it apart and still be able to sleep. I'm a master at it. I've done it plenty of times where you can sleep. And then the next day, do the same thing. You always want to do at least 2 days straight of the same pattern, because it gives you a chance to slowly step away from the old habit of 2 full footballs a day, and then take 2 more days of separating half, 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 even if this is any drug, whatever it is you do. And then the following day, go down to 1.5, and then split that apart. Split it apart where it's, all right, instead of you taking 1 at 8 o'clock in the morning, take 1 at 10 o'clock in the morning. Instead of taking it at, I don't know, 2 o'clock, take it at 4, and then spread it apart. And then 2 more days of that. And then the next 2 days after that, now you're down to 1 Xanax a day, but it's spread apart. Now you're taking it at 12 noon and then 6 p.m. Always try to get it to where you're just weaning off and off and off and off. Once you finally get off and you're still able to sleep, but kind of you get that restless leg syndrome that Jonathan Kleck was copying me off what I've been saying. You do get that slightly, but when you finally get off of it, now here comes the... You have to deal with your anxiety. You have to let it just... When you feel the anxiety, just own up to it and let it sink through your system. Don't run away from it. Just feel it. Feel it all the way through. Feel all the feelings of anxiety and stress, whatever it is that's attacking you. Just bring it on. Bring it. Come on, bring it on. Bring it on. Because once you bring it on, then it's like all the little demons are like, what? Man, this ain't fun. You're telling us to bring it on. Oh, damn it. And then they get weak because you get stronger. It's a good idea to go get yourself some bottled water for a few months. Just get prepared, just in case. The idea is, look, I've been telling my sister, she's up in Reading. She's already seeing this. She's already seeing that her shelves at Walmart are starting to dwindle away with water. Just water. And I don't see it anywhere where I'm at just yet. I know I will. But it's a good idea to grab yourself some bottled water. But it has fluoride in it. It'll keep you alive. Water. You know those little portable gas stove things that have those little containers? Those containers are $3 a piece. The stove is like 10 bucks. You buy a case of the containers of gas. You can heat up water. If you take your trash cans and, you know, clean them out thoroughly and then fill up some water, just put it like in your basement, or you can have it outside or whatever. You'll have bathing water for you. And then you can heat that up with the stove. Or if you have a propane tank, you have a barbecue grill. Same thing. You can heat it up. Or the blowtorch. The blowtorch, they sell them for like $5 at Home Depot. And it's about, you need water, fire, and oodles and noodles. And you are good. Or even grab some you know those Home Depot buckets they sell for like $3 at Home Depot? Go grab a bag of damn rice that they sell for like $5 at Walmart. Big ass bag of rice. You got rice, you got water, you got heat. What else do you need? We're going to be retiring from work. The economy is collapsing. There's no way of getting around. The coronavirus, this fake ass disease, this phony cold, has the entire world scared to death. Don't you know that men's hearts are going to fail from fear from the things that they see coming upon the earth? Because and no, it's not their heart's going to fail. Prophecy updates, Amari, or whatever the hell your name is either. You all need to repent. Oh my goodness, does that guy think that Jonathan Kleck is taking him away? Wow. Well, anyway, you guys need to repent too. All of you is for lying. You guys are going to stand in shame. Jonathan Kleck ain't taking you anywhere. See, the trick is, people think they're getting raptured up out of here, and nobody's getting raptured up anywhere. That's why you are all going to be left behind. Everybody. All you Kleckites, you thought you were going somewhere. Now, you ain't going anywhere. You ain't getting up out of here like a scared-ass bitch. Scared to death of what's going to come upon the earth. And then you hurry up and hop up out of here and get up out. And like, God, see you. But hey, God told me to let you tell the truth still. And we're out of here. You're staying, we're leaving. Nope, that ain't happening. So, go get yourself some oodles and noodles. I mean, even if you get a bucket full of oodles and noodles, a Home Depot bucket full, you know, you open up the packages and dump them in there, you get your little seasoning. I'm telling you, it'll hold you over. You eat one of them a day, you learn how to fast now, you learn how to get rid of the drug problems now, anything, alcohol, anything that you're addicted to, even with cigarettes. Just get a carton of cigarettes and just know that That's going to be your last carton. So it's always easier to withdraw from things when you have it, and then time's up, and then you know, it's like when you run out of money. Because I did this all the time with Xanax. When I took too many of them and indulged, and I wasn't able to get any more until like a week or so, I had to learn how to withdraw from because I didn't have it anymore. You suffer less when you're warned about it ahead of time. So to the Kleckites, look, you ain't going anywhere. He promised you Lucifer, the one that's playing Lucifer, acting Lucifer, because he knows all of Hollywood and all of Hollywood knows him, Jonathan Kleck, the one that's playing Lucifer. Well, he broke his promises with you guys. I just want to let you all know that. Remember that I told you. The only time that you're going to be... See, here's the thing. This is when you're going to know who Jonathan Kleck is, and then who I am. And then who Justin is. And who Stephen James Deshawn is. Who all these people are. You're going to know at that time, because when the rapture happens, and it's no mistaking that this is the rapture, and you're still left here, and Jonathan Kleck did not come and get you because you tied a damn yellow ribbon around your your little oak tree out front. When he passes you by, because it's the Passover, he's passing your house over. Just like he's passing my house and your house, everybody else's house. Ain't nobody getting raptured out of here. If you do, well then you do. Good for you. But you're not. So deal with it now. Go get yourself some oodles and noodles. Get yourself some bottled water and get yourself some fire. And stop worrying about the freaking apocalypse where zombies are going to come and eat you because they're hungry. These dummies in the world, they're going to think all this is real, and the majority of the people are going to flee from their homes anyway because they are not prepared. They don't have water. They have a gallon of water in their refrigerator. When the water shuts off like that, because as soon as Philadelphia blows up here in Center City, and they blame it on the gas leak, odor smell that happened yesterday on 3/2/2020. They'll blame it on the gas, but then also blame it on terrorists. But then I'm blaming it on Jonathan Kleck and his miracle signs and wonders and his holographic images and 7D, 10D technology with Bose speakers from the 5G towers surrounding everywhere you go. Laser beaming images too. Well, I'm blaming it on that. So all these people are going to get up and they're going to just roll up out of there because they need their water, they need their food. They don't know about fasting. They think they're going to die if they don't eat in 3 days. That's on them. The people that fear right now because of the things that are coming upon the earth, and your heart's going to fail you of fear. Well, it's not. It's failing you of fear because what you're doing is you're turning to Christ from the fear. The fear that Satan puts inside of you, because that's his job and he knows it. And he loves it. He loves doing it. But he knows that his job is almost finished. He gets to rest for an eternity because he finally done his job to get the entire world to turn back to his dad, my dad, our Father. He got everybody, he's going to get everybody to turn back to him. So when Satan does his job, it's like, good job, Satan. Attaboy. Now go relax. I'll take over. And taking over is no big deal. Because taking over, the truth is already out there. It's already been told. It's already been said. When these events finally take place and you're left behind, Kleckites, and everybody else who isn't a Kleckite that thinks you're going to get raptured out of here, you're going to know that I was telling you the truth. And then that's when Jonathan Kleck will be exposed because it's a fake rapture. And then we're going to see xenomorphs, morphs and wars from the skies, like Jonathan Kleck said, because he has that ability to show these miracle signs and wonders in the heavens. But see, the real Lucifer has the power over the air. The airwaves. The actual airwaves. Behind the scenes, that kind of thing. The airwaves. Not the air that we're seeing, the fake stuff in the sky. That's not the point of what having the power over the airwaves means, or over the sky, because it's the air, power to the air. When you go to the highest mountain and you get on the rooftop of YouTube can get you to see the entire world, because you can reach the ends of the earth. Just ask Harold Camping. He got mocked throughout the entire world. On May 21st, May 22nd, 2011, all the local newscasts were mocking Harold Camping. They were even doing fake-ass rapture videos. Oh, it was so funny. Ha ha ha. Hilarious. Don't you know there's a 7-year tribulation period? 7 full years and 365 days walking with God. Or it's 7 years and it's 2 years. Because there's that 2-year period where there's a rumor 1 year and then there's a rumor the next year. This is the second coming of Christ. Christ is already here. It's getting ready. The lid is getting ready to get blown off. The rapture already happened of the church. It happened in 2011. Not too many people knew that. I didn't even know it at the time, but I knew that date meant something. I just knew, me and my wife knew that it meant something very significant. If you're waiting for the rapture, I'm telling you it already happened. And if you're waiting for a 7-year tribulation period, once the rapture happens, you're going to believe the lie. You're going to be one of the ones that are screwed. Look, for the sake of the elect, those days shall be shortened. It's a 3-day period. Once May 21st comes around, I'm not waiting 5 months from that point on. Nope. Because that 5-month period already took place. May 21st, 2011 to October 21st, 2011. It's over. The 5th trumpet already sounded. It's the 6th trumpet that we're getting ready to hear. And then when the 7th angel begins to sound, it's over. The mystery's over. We're already at the end. All these channels, prophecy updates, they have so many different pastors preaching the same damn thing. You can tell that their boss is preaching the same thing. Amari, or whoever, the guy yesterday, I think, is that his name? He is telling you that the 7-year tribulation period is going to begin once the rapture has taken place at the church, and we're not going to be here. He thinks he's going somewhere. I'm sorry if that's your name, but the guy yesterday, the one that did it yesterday, the bald-headed guy, the one that, you know, he's painfully, obviously lying through his teeth and he knows it. That guy. He's pushing 7 years. Because what they're saying is, you don't have to worry about who the Antichrist is, because the rapture of the church happens first. We're not even going to be here. So stop wasting your time exposing who Jonathan Kleck is. Just stop, Robin. Stop. You're putting a strong head wound on one of our heads. Now, don't worry, it'll be healed. You guys will be healed as soon as you shut my channel down. You try to go forward with it, but remember this: for the sake of the elect, those 5 months of days that you think you're going to go through are going to be shortened. After a few days, just read the book of Daniel. It'll kind of clarify things for you. Within a few days, he shall be destroyed. And another one stands up, someone vile, that you know, the raiser of taxes, and well, someone continues for a times and a half, 3.5 days, and then after that, there's a vile person that stands up, I think, that goes, and then after a few days, he's destroyed. So one takes the place of another, and another takes the place of another, which is the 4th kingdom, the one that knows better. We take over. We're already taking over. Again, I don't know. I have no idea. I just can sense that Justin has my back. I just know he does. The true scorpion race. The scorpions from the pit. You guys. I love how Kleck pretends that they're... I remember like 6 months, like 8 months ago, he's talking about scorpions rising from the pit and they're really going to be scary. I'm like, wait, are you pushing literal, Jonathan? With all the spiritual understanding you have, and you're going to push that as literal? Yeah, right. Sorry, Johnny. But the scorpions that came up from the pit, they started to come up from the pit in 2011. Those scorpions are going to be, they've been stinging men already. The ones without the seal of God in their forehead. But they're truly going to start stinging you guys when it's the curtain call. Those scorpions are on my side. Just understand that, Jonathan.